Lewandowski is a close confidant of the president. Corey, nice to see you. Welcome.
Great to be here. Thank you.
James Comey called the sitting president of the United States a liar, not once, not twice, but multiple times. He did it under oath. He did it methodically and seriously. He basically said, I will stake my reputation as a career prosecutor who kept notes, my word against the president's. Who do you think the people will believe this morning?
Look, I think what we've seen with Jim Comey's testimony, not just yesterday, but in the past, is that he's made numerous mistakes when sworn in under oath. The previous time he testified under Congress, he had to go back and clarify his statements because he made a number of misstatements. What we have seen from Jim Comey, and we need to be very, very clear, if for any indication, any reason whatsoever, he ever thought the president did something that was obstructing of justice, he is obligated under 18 U.S. Code Section 4 to report that. And if he does not, he is guilty of a felony.
He's now said, I've turned my memos of my conversations
to the New York Times.
Wait, but he's also turned them over to the special counsel, Robert Mueller.
That's mighty nice of him to turn them over after he gave them to the New York Times.
Wait a second, I've turned them over. So now, wouldn't it be a great idea, those tapes that President Trump tweeted about, let him turn those over to Robert Mueller and let Robert Mueller decide whose word is right?
Matt, the story coming out of yesterday, which was repeated by Jim Comey directly, was the president, candidate Trump, President-elect Trump, has never been under an FBI investigation. Now, that's very clear. He was very clear about that. He told the president directly that he was never under an investigation. And all of a sudden, Jim Comey, who, mind you, is a career prosecutor, spent 5 years as the FBI director, was so stunned that he had a one-on-one private conversation with the President of the United States. He didn't know how to report this to the Attorney General, the White House counsel, or the Associate Attorney General to say, I'm concerned.
You don't get to have it both ways, because if you like some of Comey's testimony,
no, I don't like any of his testimony.
Well, don't you like the part where he said the president's not under investigation?
Well, that's the only thing he told the truth about. Other than that, he gave his notes.
According to you. So
wait a minute. He gave his notes to a Columbia law professor because he wasn't man enough to give the notes directly to the media when he wanted them out to the media.
What's happening here is that you and presumably the president are saying Comey's telling the truth when it's good for the president, and when it's bad for the president, Comey's not telling the truth.
No.
That's not intellectually honest.
There's a clear dichotomy here. Either you are or you are not under investigation. It's very clear. You can't be kind of under investigation. And what Director Comey said was the president has never been under an FBI investigation.
He also said the president, demanded a loyalty oath. Would you agree that that would be
that is subjective.
Inappropriate?
No, but it's subjective. If it was inappropriate, if Jim Comey was so concerned about it, now, mind you, he also testified that Loretta Lynch, his boss at the time, asked him to speak about an ongoing investigation in a manner that he wasn't comfortable, but he didn't report to anybody, that he had to change the verbiage that he was using.
Let's just take these very simply. Is it ever appropriate for a sitting president to ask an acting FBI director for loyalty?
Look, he has to be loyal to the country. Of course.
To the president, to the country, not the president.
Look, the president didn't say he wanted loyalty to him.
Is it ever appropriate for a sitting president to ask an acting FBI director to let go of an investigation into a close associate?
That's not what he said. He said, I hope we can get this resolved. And if you listen to the testimony closely.
I hope you can let this go.
And what Director Comey said yesterday under oath was, in his experience, he has never hoped something would happen.
The last one, is it ever appropriate for a sitting president to clear everyone else out of a room and keep an acting FBI director in that room and ask him about an active investigation?
You know why that's appropriate? Because Jim Comey is the one who originally asked for a one-on-one private meeting with then President-elect Trump on January 6th in Trump Tower.
President-elect Trump,
denies.
not President Trump. That was to brief him on a dossier.
A false dossier, which he knew was false and still was perpetuating as something that may be true. But Jim Comey is the one who asked for the private meeting the first time. And so the pattern was set by Jim to say, I want a private meting with then President-elect Trump.
Just to be clear on the facts, that all of the counterterrorism folks came to brief the president, and then separately, it is true, Comey stayed after to try to avoid embarrassment for the president to say, you should know this is out there. Okay. Just real quickly, because it seems like there is debate over what really happened, what was said in the Oval Office. The president has hinted that he has tapes. Comey says, release the tapes. I give you permission. You're free to do so. Will the president release the tapes?
Look,
are there tapes?
I don't work for the White House. I don't work in the White House. I don't know if tapes were made, are made. If they are, look, I think Jim Comey's credibility is at about zero right now. And that's from the Democrats who questioned him as the FBI director not that long ago during the Hillary Clinton investigation. It's from the Republicans who questioned him yesterday. Marco Rubio, Senator Rubio from Florida, said to him, the only leak not coming out of the FBI was that President-elect Trump and now President Trump is not under FBI investigation.
The tapes wouldn't lie, though. So if you were advising the president today, would you say, sir, release those tapes if you have them?
I think the conversation actually didn't take place in the Oval Office. I think Jim was referring to a discussion they had over dinner where there were two stewards, Navy stewards, who were having a conversation.
The president's the one who suggested he had tapes of these key conversations.
He said, let's hope there aren't tapes. Didn't say there were.
All right.
There's that word hope again.
Nothing wrong with hope.
Corey, thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.